Hello and welcome to our third Impact Youth video devotional. Today I have a little longer section of scripture that I'd like you to read. I'd like you to read from Genesis chapter 5 through Genesis chapter 9, verse 17. And that's the end of the story of Noah and the flood. In chapter 5, what you're going to read, many people scan over it very, very quickly because it's simply a list of every person in the line from Adam until you get to Noah. However, I think that it's important that you pay attention specifically to verse 3. Verse 3 says, when Adam lived 130 years, he had a son in his own likeness, in his own image, and he named him Seth. Where else have we read about somebody being created in another's likeness and in their own image? And what does that tell us perhaps about our relationship with God the Father? After you finish chapter 5, you'll get to chapters 6, 7, 8, and 9, which tell us all about the flood narrative, Noah and the flood, which I'm sure you are well aware of. I specifically want to tune you in to verse 5 and 6. I find these to be the absolute saddest verses in the entire Bible. They show us why God created the flood, and they made me realize anyway, how God views the depth of our sin, that he would be willing to go so far as to flood the entire world. Make sure you cue in to verse 5 and 6 in chapter 6. Read through the flood narrative, that entire story that you may be familiar with. At the very end of the flood narrative, you come to this special symbol that God gave Noah, saying that he would never destroy the entire earth again. And I think that it's important for us to recognize that we serve a God who is slow to anger, who doesn't want to punish all of us again. It doesn't mean that this world is not more sinful than it was at the time that God did flood the world, but simply that he promised he would never do it again. So, good luck in reading through all those chapters. I'm glad that you are continuing to go through these video devotionals, and I hope that you keep up with the pace so that you're able to have free ice cream with me at the end of September. God bless.